We all emotionally eat. If I'm happy and if I'm tired and if I'm sad, we eat. If it's the only way of dealing with your emotions, then it's wrong.
Mira is a dietitian and a smoking cessation practitioner, part of the tribe as the founder of the HealthQuarters Polyclinic that she started in 2014.
Thank you, Christine, for the introduction. So hello, everyone. So 80% of all our deaths can be caused by our lifestyle, or at least increased chances by our lifestyle. Why am I telling you this? Not to depress you, just to make sure that you get everything checked. The risk factors that usually are leading us to have these diseases are, we have two types. So the non-modifiable risk factors and the modifiable risk factors. The non-modifiable risk factors are your age for a woman above 65 and family history. So if you have any family history of heart diseases. And then the modifiable risk factors, so basically smoking, so you would need to stop smoking. Physical inactivity, we need to be physically active, we need to have a regular weight. Stress and depression increase a lot the risk, and following an unhealthy diet as well. Now, as female leaders, we all go through a lot of stress in our lives, personal life, and work-wise. How is your body going to react? So your glands are going to pump out stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Why? Because they need to give you enough energy to fight or to flight. So this is the system that is activated, fight or flight. What happens? Glucose, which means sugar, is released in the blood. It goes to your arms and legs to give you enough energy to run. So I had unused glucose in my blood. I didn't run, so I was sitting. And the glucose that stayed in my blood and the stress hormones that stayed in my blood, over time, cortisol, you might have some of the symptoms. A high cortisol would lead to fatigue, to a lower immune system, hostility, reflux, depression, sleep deprivation. So you might feel any of these. So basically, the more regular meals you have, the more consistent your day is, the more sustained energy you're going to have throughout the day. So eating regular meals, 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 snacks in between are very, very helpful to do so. I know a lot of you, they don't have breakfast, they're on the go, but trust me, this is the energy that you need to keep going. When you eat something, you're going to have a glucose spike, and then afterwards, you're going to have a crash. And this is where you're going to feel tired and maybe hungry and a bit down and stuff. When the glucose is very high, insulin will be released. And what is insulin going to do? It's going to stimulate fat storage and block the fat burning. So long term, it will make you gain weight. So it's important to set realistic and achievable goals so that at least when you do something wrong, you don't feel like you've ruined everything. So let's say I'm going to give myself 3 weeks to implement this change. So during these 3 weeks, some day you might not eat a vegetable or a fruit, and some other day you might eat 6 or 7. But the idea is after 3 weeks, let's say, to be able to implement this change. And this is my last part, because it's very, very important. I kept it until the end. It's the sleeping pattern. So a lot of time we think about diet and lifestyle and we forget to sleep. You need to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night to improve your weight, your mood, healthier eyes, skin. It will boost your immunity, decrease your risk of migraines, diabetes, and heart disease. It can help you learn and memorize better. So you're going to notice, and you might not notice it, but basically the studies show that split-second decisions are better by about 4% when you sleep better. Usually, people who sleep less tend to be overweight. Why? Because usually when you don't sleep enough, you have a hormone that is high, which is the ghrelin. When the ghrelin is high, we will have an increased appetite. And after eating, we will feel unsatisfied because we have a low level. So what we're going to do? We're going to eat more. We don't feel full. We eat more and even more and even more because our body is tired, basically. So it's telling us, please go find energy somewhere. We all emotionally eat. So, okay, some of us are more emotional eaters than others, but we all emotionally eat. When we PMS and we are hungry, we eat. When we feel tired, we eat because we feel that we need energy. So it's normal to a certain extent. If it happens every day, okay, it's less normal and we need to tackle it. Because you said something, you said, if I'm happy and if I'm tired and if I'm sad. So if it's the only way of dealing with your emotions, then it's wrong. Depending on every emotion, putting a plan will really help you. And I can help you do that anytime.